YouTube on my YouTube channel, Anna Bella, and today I'm going to be reviewing the new Marvel movie, Doctor Strange, the Multiverse of Madness. Check out my review. Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness, or in other words, dealing with grief, because that is what this stage of the Marvel universe is all about. It's about dealing with the fact that all the people died during the snap, and just because you've saved the world doesn't mean that your life is going to be okay. So he was asked continually, Doctor Strange, played by Benedict Cumberbatch excellently, as per usual, was asked, are you happy? What they're not asking, are you sort of like smiley, happy, rainbows and sunshine? They're asking, are you content with your life? And that's an interesting concept, because Wanda is not content for very understandable reasons, which we all know. Doctor Strange is not content because of his love life and the choices that he made to protect himself, and also so that he could be the ultimate sorcerer, even though in this universe he isn't. Because the only reason he sort of took to being a master of the mystic arts is because his hands do not do what they should do for him anymore, because he was top of his game as a surgeon and now he isn't, and we all knew that. It had very, very brilliant visuals, brilliant soundtrack by Danny Elfman, excellent, excellent. Wanda, I was sort of like, oh, not again. Marvel is really starting to show the age of its source material. I love the fact that it was a English Captain England and a black female Captain Marvel. You know, Carter did us proud, taking on Wanda, because it's really important that strong women fight each other. I know that sounds really bizarre, but actually in film that kind of matters, because it becomes very patriarchal and misogynistic when men try and talk a woman down, and Wanda being sort of even Wanda's whole case of Wanda is problematic in so many ways, because you've got the hysterical, you've got the Mother Earth goddess, you know, master of life and death, because women can create life and that sometimes their children die and it sends them mad. So you've got all those kind of stereotypes going on around Wanda that actually don't reflect the character's journey, but they're there. And then you've got the whole cultural appropriation thing with, you know, the arms coming out of Doctor Strange's back because he's not a Hindu, and you just sort of think the Marvel universe is starting to show its age, and I don't mean that in a mean way. Its source material is starting to show its age, and I'm actually quite interested, once we've got over the Thanos recollection stage, to where we're going to go next. I enjoyed this movie, had some great moments. I felt that it helped align Stephen's internal self really well, dealing with grief, dealing with the loss of Christine. At some point I thought he was going to sing sort of Christine, Christine from Phantom of the Opera, and I'm like, please no. I enjoyed this movie. I particularly enjoyed seeing the Fantastic Four having representation, the mutants being there with Charles Xavier. Spoiler warning, I should say. It was just nice to see the overlap and the intricacy of these characters. Spider-Man got a mention. It's now become less about the particular superhero we're supposed to be looking at, and now we're hunting for Easter eggs all the time. And this is a problem when you have a multiverse, but this film actually overlaid these elements quite naturally. America is going to be an interesting character going forward. Did anybody see her LGBT plus Q badge on her thing? Loving the representation there. She's going to love it. Wanda, it's always sad to lose a much loved character, and I always felt that Wanda got a bad deal, a really bad deal as a character going forward, but she definitely was incredibly strong, killing, you know, Captain England, Carter, cutting her in half. There was some really good stuff. Wanda got a really good run. She wasn't sort of played down because she was a woman villain. She was given her chance to represent, and she took it. Loved it. Why do we have to have these random gargoyles that guard a sacred temple or a sacred site, whether it be for the bad magic or the good magic? Except there is no good or bad magic. It's how the user wields it, to be absolutely honest. It's their choices. Magic itself is sort of like, yeah, I'm a tool. I'm a tool. This spell can bring back zombies, but you can use it for good or you can use it for bad. You know, sleepwalking is not a bad thing if used for the right reasons. except it does give you a third eye. Is that cultural appropriation? Should that be? So, we could be here for hours, because there was the whole business of Jared Leto's The Outsider movie. People said it's cultural appropriation when they didn't actually read that it was a period drama set just after the defeat of Japan, when a lot of American GIs were in Japan. So, yeah, welcome to the problematic world of cancel culture. Overall, this movie is definitely a 4 out of 5. I thought it gave Stephen, you really got a sense of his character, because it is a serious movie. It's not one for very small children. There are zombies in this one, and it is quite scary actually, some of the parts are. What is it with zombies? Because we had that zombie Bambi in The Secrets of Dumbledore, and now we've got zombie Doctor Strange in this. Really good visuals, loving it. Love the fact that it was hinting, because Benedict Cumberbatch has played Frankenstein, and I love that, with Johnny Lee Miller being Frankenstein, the actual doctor, and Benedict Cumberbatch as the monster, and they swapped roles. That was really, really good. I love the hints to that. It was just so cool. And the ponytail. Love that they mentioned the ponytail. The visuals were good. The soundtrack was good. The story, it's always the pacing. I always feel that there's too much padding. They could trim down a little bit and get us there a little bit faster. Especially with Wanda, because we've had WandaVision. But then if you've not seen WandaVision, you wouldn't understand Wanda. And you really, because she's been such a long character within the Avengers, it was really nice to have her a send-off. But why are they killing the women? They killed Natalia, they killed Natalia, the Black Widow. Now they've killed Wanda. What is it about killing the female superheroes? And only, Iron Man dying for sacrificing. But the 2 women had to die. Yeah, there are a whole host of issues regarding women in this. And yes, they have gone out of their way to correct them with a 2022 whitewash / cover to make it strong, but it still has that bitter taste. Anyway, 4 out of 5 from me. I enjoyed it, even if it was a little slow with the pacing. What is it with the Marvel and the pacing? Because Morbius had the same issue. Get to the point. But then again, maybe we're used to 45-minute episode stories where we've got beginning, middle and end, and the story's resolved, and then it's a long saga. You're not going to get that from a movie. A movie, you do have more time because it is over 2 hours. Pacing, that's my only quibble. But overall, 4 out of 5. An X. I hope you enjoyed my review of the new Doctor Strange, the Multiverse of Madness movie. Please like, comment and subscribe, and don't forget to click the notification bell. Stay safe wherever you are. Bye!